Hey there, Facebook family. How are you? How are you on this wonderful, wonderful Friday? Well, we have a special treat for you tonight. This is Happy Fit Friday. Happy Fit Friday. Fitness implemented today. What have you done today to optimize your health? Well, we just want to welcome you to the Happy Fit Friday broadcast. And we are excited because we have a guest tonight. Our guest tonight is Tiwana Carlton of Soul Cooking with Tea. She is the host of Soul Cooking with Tea, and she is going to be sharing with us a recipe for fun. Bring the family back to the table. So, you know what we do. You know what we do. We send this out. We send it out, and you can do the same. We ask that you do the same. Spread the love, spread the love. I see we have someone. We have someone here. As you come on in, come on in. Let us know you are here as we send this out, and you can do the same. We are super duper, duper, duper excited. All right. So we are going to give you the information on our wonderful, wonderful guest tonight. So we are sending this out. And uh, let's send this on out. We hope your day has been blessed, prosperous, and productive. All right. So let's see. Okay, we're gonna send it to one more place. One more place. And then we will be good to go. We are so excited. So excited. All right, we are almost there. Almost there. All right. All right, all right, all right. So, again, we want to welcome you to the Happy Fit Friday, Fitness Implemented Today. What have you done today to optimize your health? And we have our illustrious guest waiting to come on in the room. So before we get her on, we want to read a little bit about this phenomenal, phenomenal woman. All right. So Tiwana Carlton, she is a speaker, she's an author, and she's the CEO of the wonderful nonprofit organization Girls Help Girls One Hat at a Time. She's also the host of Soul Cooking with Tea. And she loves working with youth and just helping them just be the leaders that they are today. And she said after years of owning a home daycare, Tiwana transitioned to working for a Head Start program where she was able to serve more youth within the community. During her time there, Tiwana acquired skills and trainings that sparked her to discover her true passion for working with young girls. As a result, she birthed and founded a 501c youth mentoring program, Girls Help Girls One Hand at a Time. And she said her mission is to empower young girls around the world to build self love, self confidence, and self image, a positive self image, and guided mentorship, educational workshops, and community events. And Tawana has had experience, over 15 years experience working with youth in her surrounding communities, her churches, social organizations, trainings, and schools. Tawana is passionate about sharing inspirational and educational messages with youth, young girls, excuse me, around the world to motivate and inspire them to believe they have everything within them to win. And she also ministers to women. She's an empowerment speaker, and we could go on and on and on, but we've had her waiting long enough, and she's been featured on programs such as Grown Girls New York City, the Simone Edwards Show, and just so many other events that she's been a part of. And she's also a part of the Unstoppable Woman on the Move mentorship program. She was featured on their events, and we are just super excited. But we're gonna have her tell more about what Soul Cooking with Tea is and why she started it. And so, without further ado, we present to some and introduce to others our wonderful, wonderful guest, Tiwana Carlton.
Hello, 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 and hello to Jacqueline and the Happy Fit Friday family and Soul Cooking with Tea's family. Thank you so much, Jacqueline, for having me as your guest. Before I get started, I want to make sure you can hear me good.
Yes, I can hear you. And if
Okay.
someone could just give us let us know, put something in the comments that you can hear us both and you can see us, that would be great. We would so appreciate that. All right. Well, Tawana, we are so excited about you being here, and we are so grateful that you took the time out to come and share with us. And we're just going to have a discussion tonight, as you know,
Yes.
a recipe for fun, bring the family back to the table. And we decided not to read the background on Soul Cooking with Tea. We wanted you to share, what Soul Cooking Tea with Tea is about. Uh, why is it your passion? One of your passions, and we're gonna give you the floor and let you know that you have full reins. You can just go for it, be used by God. Well, we're faith based, so we don't want to
Amen.
offend anyone,
Amen.
but she has gifts and talents, and we trust that she is going to just impart some wonderful, wonderful insight on what it means to bring the family back to the table. So we have a comment. Let's see who that is. Hey there, Elaine. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Good evening.
Yes.
Elaine said, yes, she can hear us. She can see us. Awesome.
Good.
Thank you so much, Elaine. We appreciate you for letting us know. All right. Well, without further ado, we are going to just allow Tawana just to share. Tawana, just share with us, what Soul Cooking with Tea is about, why you, just a little backdrop, and then you can just go with the things that you want to share with us tonight. And then at some point, we will ask you some questions, and there you have it. It's all
All
yours.
right. So again, thank you so much, Jacqueline, for inviting me to be a guest here with you on Happy Fit Friday. We are excited. We have been looking forward to this for a couple weeks now. Jacqueline and I have been talking about it, and so I am excited. So hopefully it's kind of hot here on the West Coast, so I have my fan on. So hopefully you all can't hear it in the background, but it's a little warm. It's like 80, almost 90 something degrees.
Mm.
But again, I'm just thankful that I have this opportunity to come and just share some of Soul Cooking with Tea. So, Soul Cooking with Tea, my family and I are originally from Alabama, and we moved here to the West Coast. We wanted to be able to offer our son better opportunities, college wise and school wise, job opportunities. And so, growing up in the South, I was raised by my grandparents, my mother's parents, and my mother and father. And so I had the opportunity to be in the kitchen with some amazing cooks, not only with my grandmother, but also some of the women that lived on my street. And so I got the inside view. I was able to be at the table, sometimes just maybe running through the kitchen, but I was able to observe and see what was going on in the kitchen. And so much went on, not only in our kitchen, but in their kitchen also. And so after my grandmother passed, I was dealing with depression. And sometimes in the Black community, that's a stigma. If you are dealing with depression, and if you say that I need to go and get some help, that is a stigma, because people say she's crazy, they're crazy, something is going on. But listen, I'm here to tell you, listen, you have to be to speak up for yourself. You have to be an advocate for yourself. Don't allow, because you grew up in a community where certain things people talk about, and if you're dealing with something, a mental health, an addiction, listen, it is okay to go and get help. Don't allow someone to say, um, you're crazy, or I don't think you need to do those things. Listen, I didn't go and get medical help. And so, yes, Jacqueline was saying, we're faith based. I believe in God. I'm learning about God. I'm learning about myself. So I began to pray, because God, I didn't want to go to my family. I didn't want my family to know that I was depressed, because I had lost my grandmother. I had moved from the South to the West Coast. So I had moved and left everything that I knew to come here. And so that was depressing, because I'm in a new place. I don't have friends. I don't know nobody. And so it was just like, what am I to do? And so it was days when the family would come home and the blinds were closed and I had not opened the door. And it was because I was depressed. But I told them, I just didn't feel good. So I made excuses. And so I began to pray and ask God, like, God, I don't want to go to the doctor. I don't want my family to have that burden of knowing that I'm depressed, and now they have to see about me. Now they have to take care of me. So I began to pray, and I began to pray, and I started to ask God, how am I to deal with this? What am I to do? And so out of my prayers, for a while I prayed. I don't know how long the depression was there, but I could start to recognize when I was depressed. And through my prayers, God revealed to me, He said, listen, you have so many memories of how you sat at the table with your grandmother and the women in your neighborhood, and you have learned to cook. You have your mother's recipes. You have those memories here, because I still could see them vividly as my grandmother was cooking. And in one of her brag books, as of today, it's a photo of me as a little girl, and I was in the kitchen on my knees while she was in the kitchen cooking, and you could see in the picture some of the things she was cooking. And so from that, I decided the days when I was depressed, the days when I didn't want to get up, the days when I was crying, the days when I didn't want my family, when they left home, to know what was going on, I went in the kitchen and I started to cook. So that was my release of my depression. So I just cooked and I cooked, and sometimes they would come home and be like, Mom, why you got so much food? Oh, it was just a good day. I wanted to cook, but I did not want them to know that I was dealing with depression. And so what I'm saying is, don't do like I did and not go and get the help. But I was able to be able now to recognize when the depression tries to set in on me, because now I can get up. Okay, I can recognize that, because now it shows up on my door and I know what it looks like. And so I continue to pray through it, because I don't want to be on the medication. It doesn't show up that often. It shows up majority of the times when I'm stressed. And so I have to learn how to deal with stress. And so through my family and my dear friend here, Jacqueline Turnbow, we've had many conversations about me cooking. I would used to post and talk about cooking. And she said to me one day, "Why don't you do a cooking show?" And I was in my head saying, "Oh, I don't think so, because that's not what I want to be doing." But with her encouragement, her phone calls, my family just encouraged me and pushing me and said, "Hey, why don't you, start a cooking show? You have social media, and so you'll be able to reach, people from all walks of life, all over the world." And so I decided, yes, I'll start a cooking show. So it was just on a whim that I would do it. I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna satisfy them. They said, let's do a cooking show, and so that's what I did. But I am thankful. I am so blessed. As of August 25th, this past week, I celebrated 2 years of soul cooking with tea, and thank you, and so thankful, because as I look back from where I started and to where I am, so many people all over the world listen. We have people from so many different continents, so many countries, and just to go back and see those people are watching Soul Cooking with Tea, it truly has been a blessing to be able to just come on and just share what my grandmother and my mother and the women in my neighborhood, what I saw them do every day, every single day. And sometimes it was breakfast, lunch, and dinner that they were cooking in their homes. And it was because I lived on a small street, and it was all about family. I know I can remember uh, growing up, sometimes my grandmother would say, "Go over there and ask Aunt Matt, do she got a piece of cornbread? Because I need a piece of cornbread to go with my dinner, or I want a piece of cornbread to go with my lunch." And believe me, somebody in the neighborhood on the street would have a piece of cornbread or sweet potato. So it was all about family. And so I'm just thankful that Jacqueline asked me to come on tonight, because it's about bringing families back to the table. We have lost that, bringing our families back to the table, and it is time, that we come back to the table.
Absolutely. Woo! So you can, as you can see, Tiwana, she has a rich history. And this is not just something she just thought up. We believe, our belief, before the foundations of the world, God put this in her. He knew she would be doing this. He knew that she would take her experience and use it to help individuals, not only to be inspired to cook and just come together and have a good time, but to recognize the importance of family, community, and just being strengthened by just those that, not only those that you love, sometimes a complete stranger might be able to glean from something
Yes,
that you've done. And she shared many times that that has been the case, that she's
yes.
had to reach out to a total stranger, and she will be used to just impart some wisdom to them. So we're super excited about what you're doing. And again, we just want to give you the floor. If you can let us know when you're ready for questions, but we're just going to just go according to however you want to share with us.
Okay. So anytime, anybody, if you're here with us live or you come back and catch the replay, drop your questions in. If you're here with us live, drop you if you have some questions about bringing your families back to the table. Feed. We will see it. I have my computer on the side. Jacqueline is watching also, and we will answer your questions. And so, about bringing the family back to the table. Jacqueline and I talked this week, and I was sharing with her an article about a 10-year-old young man that took his life in New York at the early part of the year, and it's about school bullying. And as I was talking to Jacqueline, I mentioned to her that bringing our families back to the table has so it entails so much about coming back to the table, because it gives you an opportunity to talk with your children, to see what their demeanor is, to see what's going on in their life, to be conversations. Because sometimes at that table, you'll be surprised what will slip out your mouth when you are talking at the table. And so when I read this article about this child that really was talking to Jacqueline about it, because it touches my heart, because know that you get to a point where you grow up as a child, and to say that you're going to take your life. Listen, we as parents, yes, we miss some things in our children's life, but for that child and any child to have to be bullied at school, it's no excuse, because we as parents, it is our responsibility to protect our children. Yes, we do everything we can to protect our children, to make sure they're safe, whether they're at home or away from home. And things do happen, don't get me wrong. But being able to come back to the table and to have those hard conversations, to say, listen, what is going on at school? What's
Mhm.
happening at school? And let me tell you, food can change the whole dynamics at the table, because
True.
once you start to eat and you're talking, and the next thing you know, your child will let you know what is going on, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so
Right.
about bringing the families back to the table, one thing that I suggest to families is that we're so attached to our phones, we're so attached to our computers,
Right.
our laptops, all these electronic devices. I encourage you to get a basket or get a box, decorate it, whatever. Make it cute, make it attractive, and that you drop your electronics in that, whatever that is. And so that when you come to the table, you don't have any distractions. Because listen, we always are trying to do this on our phone. We're swiping, we're
Right.
looking, and so that's a distraction. And so that makes us not pay attention to what's going on, because sometimes you can at the table, I know from with my grandmother, even though I may not have been saying a lot because I was
Mhm.
always listening, because growing up you just didn't interrupt the adults when they were at the table. So I understand
Right.
times have changed, people have changed, but listen, it's a lot that my grandmother learned at that table, because once I started to eat and it was my time that I could just jump in the conversation. Then she could find out about my friends, what I was doing at school, and what I was doing
Right.
when I was outside playing, and who I was playing with. And so she might didn't say anything at first, but bet believe the next day she was paying attention to what I was doing outside. I could hear when she pick up the telephone on the other end to listen to the conversation, because she knew that what had happened the previous day at the table, she knew she needed to start to pay attention to something. So I encourage families. I know everybody, we work in,
Right.
everybody has different schedules, but listen, if you're away from home when it's dinner time for your family, listen, you have a phone, you have access to a computer. Most everybody has FaceTime, or they have Zoom, or some type of way that you can see your family, and you still can have your dinner, your lunch, or your breakfast, and still have that conversation at the table, even though you're not physically at the table, but the other part of the family is at the table. And so you just have to make some adjustments, try to figure out, the best time if you're away from home during dinner time, or if it's breakfast time or lunchtime, whenever you decided, to bring your family to the table. Because again, it is vital that we have family time. I miss that, because growing up, my grandfather would come home every day, Monday through Friday, to have lunch. I'm talking about every
Yeah.
day, 12 o'clock. He sat at the table. His fried bologna sandwich was ready, and it was on toast. We would sit at the kitchen table. He would get home at 4:30, and we would have dinner. My grandmother and I would have breakfast in the morning, and then at 4:30, by the time my grandfather got home, he washed his hands. We were at the table as a family, eating together, and we ate every meal together. Now, as time has went on, you don't always have to be at the kitchen table or the dining room table. Maybe your table is the living room. Maybe we gather in the living room on the floor. Maybe you gather as a family, in the backyard. Maybe you gather together in the bedroom. So it doesn't matter where you gather, as long as you are gathering as a family, so that you can have those conversations. You have to be able to have communication. Listen to your children, because I
Absolutely.
promise you, you will find out everything you need to know. We just have to be silent sometimes and just let them start to talk, and you will be
Right.
amazed at what comes out of their mouth. And then that way you'll know how to start to handle. So don't just jump right in. If you hear something that's just out of order, take it in, listen to it, and process what they said. So, because you don't want them to come the next couple of days back to the table, and now they've shut down because you jumped right in on them, and you was giving them the business. Now, just
Right.
maybe later on, after dinner or before bedtime, you just have that conversation. I heard you say, is it something you want to talk about? And so you just have to ease. I encourage you just to start to ease into the conversations, but always have your ears open so that you can hear exactly, what the kids are talking about. Because listen, that's at the table. I also learned I learned about my family history. It is important that we know about our family history.
Absolutely.
We have to know where we come from in
Mm-hmm.
order to know where we are going. And so you can learn about your history. You can learn about your goals as a
That's so
family. What
true.
setting goals. What do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? Talk about college. Do they want to join the military? As a family, do we want to move to another country, another city? And so that gives you an opportunity to have those conversations. Listen, sometimes those conversations at the table can be a little hard, but it's okay, because
Right.
we as a family, we will get through it. And so I just encourage families just to come back to the table, put down our electronics, and start to have conversations. Whatever you have to do. Before you walk in the house, turn that phone completely off. Set a time as a family. Say, we're going to have dinner at 4 o'clock, or we're going to have dinner at 5. So when you walk in, you immediately, everybody turn your phones off. So that way we're not distracted. And so we are, get excited about coming together as a family.
Yay! I love
Yes.
what you were sharing, and going back to what you were saying about it's important to spend that quality time. We looked at a an article. Is from the it's called The Scramble. You can go to
Mm-hmm.
thescramble.com, and they talked about family dinner statistics, and they were saying how uh, today, as of now, families spend
Mm-hmm.
between 15 to 10 minutes or less together,
Yes.
and how before, families would at least spend 30 minutes or more,
Yes.
and have that quality time. So again, we appreciate your insight on that, because that is so imperative. It's so imperative that we do have that quality time. And I love what you said, that we need to listen to our
Need
youth.
that
And
quality time.
yes, and because if you listen to them, you can kind of read where they are, what where their head is, and the possibly the direction that they're headed. And if there's something that we can do to kind of help them deviate from going down that path that they don't need to go with, it's so important for us to know who the type of people they're surrounded by. And like you said, Tawana, that is so awesome that
Yes,
what you
we
shared, how your grandmother, she listened to you, when you were talking about different things, or she kind of slipped on that phone to see what was going on. And then she knew what direction to go in. and try to reel you in if she's seeing, some things that may be an issue for you down the road. So we so appreciate that. And we'll just go ahead and segue into the questions if you don't mind. And you
Okay.
really answered this one. You answered this one. You said, "How can I encourage my family to spend more time together?" And that idea, as far as making the box, and just putting your devices in there, that's genius. It may seem so simple, and it's like,
Yes.
yeah, we can do that. But you know how we are today. All of even I think it goes across the board. Each generation,
Oh yeah.
we are so prone to use our devices. It's like, okay, where's my
Yes.
phone? Where's my iPad or whatever?
Yes.
And we get distracted when we call ourselves having that quality time. And we just find ourselves, we got to get on that phone, we got to check emails, we got to check texts, see what's going
Right.
on social media. But that's not quality time. You looking in your phone, oh yeah, every few moments, looking up, yeah, yeah, act like you're engaged. So we truly appreciate that. And then also,
Yes.
you talked about the importance of communication. So what, you did share some things. So if you want to reiterate, what are some things that, that if someone says, what are some things that I can do to improve the communication in my family? So what do you recommend? You can even reiterate because you shared a lot. But if there's something else other than what you stated, or you can reiterate what you said.
So, like I said, being able to have that open communication, think of things to do, games, something as simple as getting a list. Because I know some of us right here have my papers, and I know Jacqueline, I talked to her on some of my lives about having that newspaper. So another way of having that communication. So I made sure today I had my circulars. They come in on Tuesday. Have my papers. I'm ready. And so another way to be able to communicate and to have that open communication. Listen, we all have to go grocery shopping, whether we have the groceries delivered or we go in our car and we go and get them. And so another way to be have that open communication with our families. Listen, have them start to make lists. Something as simple as getting your newspapers out. Talking about your plan next day,
Uh,
whatever it may be, and during that planning time of talking with and you're planning your meals, whether you're not whether you're sitting at the table or not, you're still in the kitchen or in the bedroom or outside, and you're talking about the meal. See, you're still having in that community deciding what you're going to buy, how much you will be able to find out exactly what's going on in the school, because you may find out well, maybe they didn't eat, you gave them money for the whole week for lunch. Well, you may find out that they didn't even eat lunch. Maybe it was because
oh wow,
they were being bullied. Maybe it was because
oh wow,
they found out they were allergic to something and they had a rash and didn't want to tell you, tell the parents. And so just something as simple as getting your paper out, making your list, talking about what you're going to have for dinner, going shopping, whether you do the online shopping or you're going in person. It's still you're still communicating with your family, and you're still finding out exactly what is going on in your children's, your husband's, your wife's life, your cousins, your aunts. You still find out, because as a family, we're getting together trying to decide what we're going to eat, what we're going to purchase. And so you still have that communication of finding out, having those discussions. The doors start to open up, they start to relax. You start to find out more and more about what is going on, their goals, and what they want to do, in life. So that's another way I think, and I know for a fact, communication, with your family.
Oh wow. I love it. I love it. I totally agree. It does, having an activity like that, something that you can share with your family, it does open the door for some conversation, some much needed conversations. And again, it gives parents insight. And then, it could work on our spouses too, or our significant others. You be amazed that you think you know what someone's
Yes.
thinking, but now when it comes up, it's like, oh, okay. And then, I love the fact that how you shared, you can, as a family, decide, what's going to be purchased, the things that we can
Right.
do to just to make our meals better. And as
And working
we
together.
yeah, working together, and also
Yes.
it can help financial wise, because that's a just talking about finances, especially if there's some
Right.
issue there. That is a way to really have some heated conversations. It could go from the
Yes.
positive to the negative, and that can,
Yes.
cause some issues with the family. So I love the fact that what you shared. If you come together as a family, make decisions as a family, you can possibly deter some of those unwanted conversations because you're
Right.
working,
Right.
as a family. You have a goal, and you can really, just grow, and things can be better. And then also, I love what you mentioned, how if a child is being bullied because they gave up their lunch to someone, that right there, that is something that we definitely need to stay on top of, because we don't want our children to feel intimidated by people, and um,
Right.
allowing them to, make them be fearful of just having lunch. Come on, I'm not bothering
Right.
anybody. I'm just eating my lunch. And
I
if
just want to
they're
have my
going
lunch and
throughout the
be able to
day,
eat.
and they're hungry because they didn't have lunch,
Right.
that's not good. And from the same article, that the scramble, that was it's a pretty decent article. And I know, Tawana, in the future you're gonna have all that good stuff. You're gonna be writing those articles.
Y'all hear her? You hear her? She's already telling me she has it planned out for me.
But as I was reading it, honestly, I truly can see you writing, just blogs, and different things that will encourage families. But
Yes.
one of the things they said, you should really take time with your family and eat together at least three
Mm-hmm.
times a week. And then
Mm-hmm.
they also said that it can help, eating together can help encourage um, our young ones to eat healthier, even the adults too. So by eating a real meal, I say real meal, because it is. I know we have busy schedules, and sometimes we do have to order out or whatever,
Right.
or go somewhere, go
Right.
out. We're not saying that you can't go out, but they go on to say that they're more likely to eat a healthier meal at the table, when
Right.
you're eating at the table, and it helps um, prevent them from being overweight. If you're eating at home and you're having those meals, and they can keep a handle on their weight, because
Right.
eating out,
Watching
that
the
is,
portion control, portion
yeah,
sizes. Right.
portion control. So, Tawana, I
Yes.
don't want to get ahead of her, but as you sharing, I said this is awesome, because this article just ties into what you're sharing with us. So we will ask. We just have a few more questions, but Tawana, we don't want to take up your time. But we'll let you go ahead, and if time permits, we'll ask the other questions. So whatever else you wanted to share
Okay.
with us, you had the floor.
Yes. So I have already prepared a meal because I don't like to hold everybody's time up, and so let me wash my hands while Jacqueline is talking with you. So let me give me a chance to wash my hands, and I'm gonna show you a quick and easy meal.
Again, we appreciate Tiwana for coming on, and we will let you know. Uh, you need to follow her on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Soul Cooking with Tea. And you will not regret. You will always see something that will benefit you, not just the meal, a delicious meal, how to prepare it or what have you, but she always drop nuggets with us, and we love her for it.
Thank you,
All right.
Jacqueline. So
Yes, ma'am.
like I said, I tried to prepare something that was healthy. Oh, I just forgot I have something else. So I tried to prepare a healthy, quick, and easy meal. So I did some preparation, pre-prep, which I try to do even on Soul Cooking with Tea. I try to do pre-prep, and so when you family and then you decide, what you're getting, what you're having for today, you can start as well. Who wants to, stir to cut the vegetables? Who wants to it depends on what meat. I always wash my chicken. Basically, every piece of meat that I cook, I'm always rinsing it off, making sure that I get it washed off. I season it, so just determine what seasonings you like. And so today, what I did, I told Jacqueline I would go ahead and do something. So I'm gonna try my best to show you on the screen what I have done. So here I just took some chicken breast halves. I cut them in half and then I split them. I sauteed some mushrooms. I cut up some organic tomatoes. I had some celery, and I just sauteed it in just a little. You can use olive oil of your choice, or you can just use just a little vegetable oil because you're not trying to fry it. You're just trying to grill it just a little bit. The chicken breasts, I did them for about 12 minutes, 4 minutes on each side. And then the last 4 minutes, I did half and half. So 2 minutes on one side and 2 minutes on the other side. And so
Tawana, can
we're
you
just
hold
going
that
to
up a
have,
little more just above the banner? Because the banner was covering up. We want to see. Woo, Lord, have mercy on me. I need that right now. That is so delicious. It looks so
can
delicious.
you,
Yes, we can see
yes.
it better now.
And
Thank
so,
you.
and it's just sauteed. I just, everything, the vegetables I bought all at the 99-cent store. So listen, you can be on a budget and having an amazing meal. I bought all my vegetables at the 99-cent store. My chicken breasts have been on sale. And so a lot of times what I do is whenever meats are on sale, I'll go ahead and purchase, what I'm shopping for the month. Make sure I buy freezer bags. I divide it up on how many pieces I need per meal. And that's a good thing to do. And it saves time so that every day you're not running back and forth to the store. Listen, yes, we have to go back to the store. We may be out of bread. We may be out of sandwich meat. So those things, that's understandable. But my biggest staples, especially my meats, I keep them in my freezer. You just have to make sure you use them, within a certain time because you don't want them to get freezer burn. But fresh vegetables, I try to make sure I visit my 99-cent store quite often. And so today, I just have a grilled chicken breast, just a grilled chicken breast. That's it. Just a
Mm,
grilled chicken breast. And on top of that grilled chicken breast, I'm gonna put these tomatoes and
goodness.
and celery. So let me see if
Oh,
I can get it so you can see it
I can see it. If
without it falling over.
I wish they had
Okay.
technology where I could just reach through the screen and grab it.
Yes. And so then you could always add, if you wanted a chili sauce, or you wanted a sweet and sour sauce, or you wanted a steak sauce. And sometimes you don't even have to use the sauce, but it was truly just, really up to you if you wanted to do that. And so also in this right here, very simple. Listen, it's about having a healthy meal, but not having to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. So I just put in
Absolutely.
some organic potatoes in the microwave. I just put a little oil on them. I put a little garlic salt on them. And listen, you can have a complete meal. A
Wow.
complete meal. So let me set this to the side.
While you doing that, Tawana, I'm gonna look. We got a comment. Let's see what
Okay. Okay. And so, yes,
Candace.
just
Thank you so
a
much for
grilled chicken.
joining. You said, "What's the menu?"
The menu.
Candace
Hello,
Gray.
that's hello, Candace. How are you today? So the meal today is a grilled chicken breast, a boneless chicken breast, and on top I just sautéed some organic tomatoes, mushrooms, and celery, and I have a baked potato, a white potato, and on the outside I just, like I said, I put it in the microwave for 10 minutes, depending on the size of the potatoes. If it was a larger potato, I would do about 15 minutes, and after 15 minutes, I'll check it. And I just sprinkle, before I cooked it, put a little oil on top, and I sprinkle a little garlic salt on it. So now the potato tastes like a garlic potato.
Wow, that
And
is
so that's
awesome.
just simple, quick. 12 minutes to do my chicken, 10 minutes to do the potatoes, and I have everything is fresh.
Oh my
Just a
gosh,
quick meal. A quick meal.
you
Yes.
convicted me,
And
Tawana.
so,
I always use the excuse, well, I'll just go out and grab something real quick, but there's no excuse now.
no, no, it's just it's so quick and easy. Like I say, it was 12 minutes on the chicken, maybe 3 minutes on 3 to 4 minutes at the max on the vegetables, because I don't want them soggy. You don't want your vegetables soggy. You still want them
Right.
to have a little crunch. The tomatoes, if you're not a tomato eater, I know that Candace is not a tomato eater. I know Candace personally, and so I already know she doesn't like tomatoes. And so what you do with different asparagus, you could steam some asparagus, or you could saute some fresh green beans. So it's so many things that you could use just to put on top of your chicken. Like I said, you season your chicken, to taste. 12 minutes is done. And then you, at 10 minutes, depending on the size of the potato, 10 minutes you have a baked potato. If you don't like garlic flavor, then whatever flavor you like, just sprinkle it on the outside of your potato with a little oil. I cooked it in the microwave. I didn't heat up my oven. So it was quick. It was uh, quick and easy meal.
And that's what Candace, she said, I love how quick and easy it is. And she also said it looks delicious. And we have another viewer. Hey there, Donna Burkett. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you.
Yes, hello.
Welcome, welcome,
Hello,
welcome.
hello. Yes. So, so I'm not going to forget. Listen, we got to have some dessert after that meal. You might want, you don't have to have dessert after every meal. So, from being from the South, yes, my grandmother, we would have something sweet, whether it was a cookie or whether it was ice cream, or sometimes it was buttermilk. Now, I didn't drink this, but it may have been buttermilk and cornbread with a little sugar, and that was their something sweet. And so it's just, some things are just some simple, things that you can make for the dessert. So since I'm from the South, yes, down south, a plain mason jar. I put it in the freezer for a little bit just to get cold. So that's why it's kind of frosty. So the jars you get your spaghetti sauce in, or some kind of jar that it has a top. So I
Mhm.
sometimes would keep those jars. So here's one I've kept. I keep the top, so if I have to travel with it, I can take it with me. And so a simple something you can have as a snack after dinner, or it could be as a dessert. Hold on, let me get one more thing.
Yes, Donna said
Yeah.
yes. We always have to have a dessert. And I
Yes,
love
that's
how
right,
you
Donna.
put the healthier spin on it, because that's a downfall for me. Getting no
Me
sweets
too.
in, but
Bread. Yes,
yes,
bread and my sweets I love. So yes, and Donna and I are from the same hometown. So thank you for Donna for joining everybody for joining us today here on Happy Fit Friday.
yeah.
So like I said, something quick, something easy, and it could be very inexpensive. So what I've done is, I know I talk about, if you've caught me live on Soul Cooking with Tea, I'm
Mm-hmm.
always talking about I use things from my grandmother. So this right here, this spoon right here was my grandmother's, and she would always use this to, if she had a glass of tea, or if she had stomach. And the majority of the time when she had an upset stomach, that's when she would drink the buttermilk and the cornbread and a little pinch of sugar. And this is the spoon she used. And so I still use a lot of what my grandmother, her pots, her pans, because listen, to me, it is still filled with love. It is still filled with
Yeah.
memories. And those are the things that I remember being on the kitchen table.
Yeah.
Those are the things that jar my memory of having dinners and having lunches at the kitchen table. And so today I wanted to use my grandmother's spoon to make this simple dessert. And so, or just a simple snack. So what I've done here, I just have some fresh strawberries. Got them at the 99-cent
Ooh,
store. I have some fresh
wow.
berries. I got them at the 99-cent store. And depending on what kind of yogurt you like, a lot of people
Hmm.
don't like yogurt. Some people like cottage cheese. I just wanted to show you something that was simple and quick that you could do, and
Okay.
it makes it look amazing. So I'm a peach lover. As a girl from the South, listen, I love some peaches. So
Yeah.
I got some peach yogurt, and so what I'm gonna do is just in my jar that's cold, and you can
Hmm.
do this beforehand if you liked, so it could stay cold. So in this one, it has some fruit already in the bottom of it.
Yes.
So what I'm gonna do, I just got a little bit on the bottom,
Okay.
and so I'm just gonna layer some fruit in it,
Awesome.
just like that. That's all you got to do. It's
Wow.
colorful, simple, delicious, and healthy. Some people are watching the calories,
Right.
and I'm just gonna layer it. And like I said, you can put it back in the freezer. I mean, back in the refrigerator so that it can stay cool. And that when it's time for, your snack, or you all are sitting around watching TV as a family, you know, we got a snack. We got something we can eat. So before I put some more on, here's my granola. So you don't have to use granola.
Okay.
If you have cookies, if you have dried fruit, you can use dried fruit in this if you wanted to, or if you have nuts. So you have to be careful for those that have allergies. So make sure just some cookies, some non-sweetened cookies, anything that you would like to add to it. So here I have some Bare Naked Premium Granola, 99
Okay.
cent store,
Wow. You know
and it
what? That
has
store needs to
white
come to
chocolate
Ohio.
macadamia. Huh?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but that store need to come to Ohio. You're gonna have to tell me what store, the name of that store, because they need to come to
99,
Ohio.
the 99-cent store. Yes, and so it's
Wow.
it's gluten free, it's organic, and it's
Wow.
premium granola. Yes.
Wow. Let's
So
see.
I'm
We
just
have
gonna add a
some.
little granola to it.
Okay. Let's see. Donna, she said,
So listen.
yes, yes, ma'am, peaches.
Yes.
And then she said,
So yeah,
that's
see, it's
gonna be
granola.
better than popcorn.
Yes. So I'm just gonna add some granola in here. So that's gonna give it a little crunch. It got
Okay.
macadamia nuts. It has cashew butter, coconut oil, pumpkin seeds, all of that.
Wow.
So now I'm just gonna add a little bit more. So you can buy the yogurt in larger containers if that's you're gonna have that particular day, and that'll
Mhm.
be enough for you and your family. You can different you don't have to get a big jar. Just if whatever size container you want to use.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sit that to the side. I'm just gonna put a few more strawberries on.
Wow.
Just a
While you
couple
doing that,
berries.
Tiwana, while you cutting, one of the other questions um, we have is, what are some healthy recipes that you can do, but have that, still have that southern flair?
Really, it's about having the southern flair. Is about the seasoning. For us, it's
Okay.
about my family. I grew up on Lowry's seasoning. I don't use much. You can just use a little bit instead of frying like I did today. I baked the chicken breast. Listen, you can
Okay.
bake chicken. You can bake pork chops. You can grill them, but it's really about the seasoning that you use. My favorite is
Okay.
just Lowry's, the brand. I love the brand. I grew up on Lowry's. I grew up on McCormick's, and so it's to me, it's about the seasoning. And then, like I said, instead of frying, because we do as a Southerners, we do a lot of frying, and so
Mhm.
I have learned to grill a lot. I've learned to bake a
Okay.
lot, and just making sure I get the seasonings that I like. So I use lemon pepper. I use a
Okay.
garlic salt, or I like a little paprika. A lot of people don't like paprika, but it just depends on the paprika you get. Some of it, can be a little sweet, but just use a little bit. So to me, it's about the seasoning. Instead of frying, just bake. And you can
Okay.
about anything, you can bake chicken, pork chops, beef, just a range of things. And it's just getting that seasoning, just the right taste of seasoning.
Okay. I didn't mean to get off topic, but when you start
No, that's
doing
okay.
your thing in
That's
there, then
okay.
that I thought that was a good segue.
Yes. So see, I put my yogurt in. I got my granola. I hope you can see it good. Let me put a little bit more
Yeah.
granola in. So I got a little crunch. I got some organic. Now, to take it a little bit further, if you like, you could just add a little honey,
Okay.
just a little bit, just a little drizzle. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Also at my 90, also at my 99-cent store.
Oh my goodness.
And that's all you can do. And just that's a simple dessert
I
or a
love
simple snack. This can be shared with two people. You want to cuddle up? Hey, come on, we got something right here.
it.
Two people. You
That's a
might
great
want to share it.
idea.
If you don't want to share it, you know, you don't have to. So you could just make sure that the yogurt that you get, if you're watching your calories, get the ones that are less calories. You got fresh fruit. Get you some, organic. If you don't want granola, use a cookie that's not too sweet or not sweet at all. Fresh fruit. So this is just a simple snack to go with
Awesome.
your meal afterwards.
Wow. So let's look at a comment from Donna. She said, "Yes, ma'am. The seasoning is the key." So we appreciate you
Yes.
for sharing that because I never thought of it that way.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we can still be healthy, but still have that southern flair going on, that soul cooking. And we done heard it from
Yes.
the expert. We done heard it from the expert. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. And that
Yes.
you
Yes.
make me want to go out and get the ingredients for that dessert as well. Thank you so much for sharing with us, Tawana.
No, thank you for having me. I was so excited to come on and just, talk about bringing our families back to the table. And that's what it's really all about, bringing our families back to the table, having those conversations, sharing the love, and just having a meal together because
Yeah,
we have gotten so far from our families, being at the table, with each other. And that's what it's about. It's about family. I don't know if you all can see. Let me see if I move. No, I can't see it. So let me see if I can turn my camera just a little bit, Jacqueline. So right over the door, right there, that goes from my kitchen into my living room. And
mhm.
so the sign on that sign says, family, the moments together that change us forever.
That is amazing.
So it's moments like this that
Yeah,
change our family forever.
that is
So
so
just remember
true.
that yes, so when you are with your family, you're at the table, wherever that table may be, and you gather together, just remember family, the moments together that change us forever.
That is so impactful, and we appreciate you for sharing that because that is so true. Because we never know how impactful just those special times can be, and the younger generation, although they may appear like they're not engaging or what have you, you'll be amazed at because I had my all our sons are grown, and I've heard them many a time say that they really heard us when we said certain things and when we
Yes.
were together. And just the other day, one of our sons just shared with us something that I was so grateful. He said he watched his dad and myself over the years, and that has encouraged him to either make or not make decisions, and
Right.
it's been beneficial to them. So thank you for we totally agree with that powerful
Yes.
statement that you made. And so we want to ask one last question before we let you go.
Okay.
Is what are some signs to look for when we may have a family member that really needs to talk to someone because of something that they're going through, an issue that they may be struggling with? What are some of your
Okay.
recommendations for that?
So, what are some of the signs? So, notice their demeanors. Notice if they start to go in their rooms, if they themselves,
Uh-oh, you still there, Tawana? I think she's still there.
okay, okay, sorry
Okay,
about that.
there
So,
you
so
go.
some of the signs, so some of the signs, if they start to seclude themselves, before they was, active, they were laughing, they were in and out, running in and out of the house, or they were playing music, and now all of a sudden they're in the room, the doors are locked,
Mhm,
they don't
mhm,
have much to say when they come in. They got the head covered, maybe the head is covered with their hoodie or their hat, and their first thing they'll rush into the room, have much to say. They're hi and bye. So watch some of those
mhm.
signs. Notice how they start to dress different. So the dressing, what you bought. Sometimes some of these kids now have access to credit cards, and their parents give them cards, and they go out and buy, for themselves. So notice how they start to dress different. Friends that now they are hanging around. Notice that you gave them a curfew, and now they're starting to miss curfew. Notice that when you ask them to take out the trash, now it starts to be an argument about taking out something simple as the trash, or it's your night to wash dishes, and it's always an excuse. Start to watch those things because it may be something going on, and just watching their demeanor, and how they are interacting. Excuse me, and how they are interacting with you.
Wow, that is truly some wonderful insight because we just have to be aware of not only our surroundings, but just be aware of what our loved ones are going through. And some of the
Right.
principles that Tawana just shared could be applied to adults as well. If you start to see
Yes, exactly.
things in their behavior change, patterns change, and so we appreciate you so much. You have just been truly amazing. You've given us some wisdom. You've shown us, how to be healthy, but yet have that flair going in our cooking,
Yes.
and just
Yes.
the importance of family, community, and that's what you're all about. Let's see what we have. One more comment, and then you have some announcements, some things that you have going on.
Yes.
Oh, Amber, she is an influencer here. Excuse me, I'm getting tongue tied here in the Central Ohio area. Oh, she said, "Hi, Mom, Jacqueline Turnbow. Love you, ladies. Love this, ladies."
Love you.
And
Love you.
she's all about family as well, and she has a wonderful young child, and she's training them up well. So I'm sure Tawana, she's going to take away those wisdom nuggets that
Yes.
shared. So we love you. We appreciate you, Tawana. So we know now there you have mentioned earlier that you have a cookbook, and we
Yes.
want to make sure that our viewers and replay viewers, see, there it is right there. We want to make sure that they know how they can access that. So Tawana, tell them how they can get their copy.
To get a copy, a PDF copy of Cooking for the Soul. And this is my cookbook I wrote. In my cookbook, I share stories of how we shared food, how we share food with family, friends, sometimes complete strangers. Sometimes we've laughed, sometimes we've cried. There's been times when we were up and down. And this cookbook right here is the book that brought me through me writing this through my depression. One story I want to share in this cookbook is caramel icing. So
Oh,
my neighbor and one of my dearest friends, Diane Wheeler, she lives across the street from me back home in Alabama. And so this particular day, we wanted to make, my grandmother had made the cake, and we wanted to make the icing. And so she wanted to make a caramel icing. And so we said, can we make the icing? And she was like, y'all sure y'all want to do this? And we were like, yes. So we pulled out a cookbook, and me and her got in the kitchen, and we was doing it step by step, doing the icing. And in the icing, it says, when the wind blows, the icing is ready. So myself and her were like, okay, so when the wind gonna blow? Do we need to blow on the icing? And so my grandmother finally, we can hear her in the other room saying, hey, y'all ready? Y'all got the icing? And we said, could you come help us? And she was like, well, y'all said y'all could do it. And we were like, yeah, we can do it. You said in the book, it says, when the wind begins to blow, the icing is done. So we are both like, there's no wind in the kitchen. So how is the wind? And she was like, oh my God. So she said, when hold, stir it out, you pull it up on the spoon, and when you let it fall back into the pot, if it starts to wave, then the icing is done. Of course, we didn't know that's the wind blowing. So we was just stirring and stirring and stirring, and we had
right,
no clue about the wind. But because we wanted to do it, she allowed us to go in there and experiment. Listen,
right.
we had to pull that out because we had overcooked it, and we had to start again. But it was okay because she was saying, this is the way you learn. Even though
Absolutely.
you wanted to do it on your own, you had the recipe, but you didn't understand about the wind blowing. So in Southern cooks, you will find that sometimes they will use different things like the wind is blowing, or sometimes
Right.
it's sticky. So different, different phrases. And so you have to learn exactly what that means, because I tell you, you will burn something and have to start all over again.
Well, I have to say, I would have been in the same position, so I totally get it. But yes,
So
you can
so
just
if you would
you
like
can
to
go. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh no, I'm sorry. So to get a copy, a PDF copy of Cooking for the Soul, if you'll make a donation of just $10, paypal.me/girls help girls1, and make that donation of $10, we will send you a PDF copy of Cooking for the Soul. So it's a donation. It goes to my nonprofit, and what it does is help young girls that cannot afford to attend our camps, our events. It just helps them to offset that they can attend for free.
Awesome. Yay. I got
Yes,
mine. I got mine.
yes, yes,
All right.
yes. Jacqueline has hers
We have
already.
another. Another comment from Donna. She said, "I know Fred is smiling at you." Oh,
Ah, okay,
oh,
Donna. So my friends and family, they know I'm a crybaby, and Fred is our Donna and I's one of our best friends. Donna grew up together, and I met Fred through one of our teachers, and that's how him and I became the like sisters and brothers. And he was killed accidentally in a car wreck, and for her to say that, that just warms my heart
yeah.
because I'm always thinking about Fred because he is the Jacqueline that I get
Oh,
today. He's that person that will push me and push me, and like
oh,
he'd be like, "Girl, we finna do this. You're not finna. No, we finna do this." And so Donna, I love you for that because Fred is truly is always. I'm always thinking about him because he was a poet, a published poet, and
yeah,
he would be standing right here with me. Girl, we finna
yeah.
do this because we always say when one gets there, we all get there together. And
That's
so
right.
I thank you for that, Donna.
Oh, that is
Yes.
awesome. She also said, "Yeah, congrats, my friend."
Yes.
So
Thank you,
yes,
my friend. Thank you.
we definitely say congratulations to Miss Tawana Carlton. So
Woo-hoo.
Tawana, what's coming up this Saturday?
Okay, this Saturday, we will be coming back live at 10 o'clock Pacific time. Soul Cooking with Tea is back on the air. So make sure you turn on your notifications. Because listen, we
Yeah,
coming back. We cooking us a southern breakfast in the morning. We are ready. So I'm excited. It's been a while since we've been on a regular schedule. So, but we are back. I
yeah,
have to say again, thanks to my sister Jacqueline. Listen, she has been my push. She has been my whatever because she's make sure that I am not slacking. I am not lacking. She makes sure that she holds me accountable. She will call. We will talk 2, 3 not all her yet, but she makes sure that I'm walking in the vision that God has for me, and that's allowing me just to say get to it later. She's making sure no that I show up like I'm supposed to show up. And listen, you have to have those people in your life that would do that for you. So I encourage each one of you to pray that God sends you that person or persons because listen, we all have a destiny. We all have a purpose in life.
absolutely.
And on that road to getting to where we are supposed to be, listen, there are gonna be some hills to climb, some mountains to go over. But believe me, God will provide everything you need. And the persons or persons that He's seeing um, will be right there on that walk with you. And Jacqueline and my family have been there with me. So that's why I'm excited to be coming back tomorrow live
Yay!
in Soul Cooking with Tea.
Yes, and you want to go at Soul Cooking with Tea. She's always on Facebook Live on Saturdays, again, 10 a.m. Pacific time. And
Yes.
that to us on the East Coast is 1 p.m. And then Central Time is what, 12 p.m.
Woo-hoo.
So we have no excuse. We know.
That's right.
All
Yes.
right.
Yes.
So let's see. We got a few more comments.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see. Oh, hey there, Marsha Lynn Mays Burton. Whoop whoop.
Hi,
Thanks for
Marsha.
joining.
Woo woo.
Yes, Marsha.
Yes.
She's in the process of getting ready to publish her book on bullying, and these two
Yes.
ladies they've connected. So we look forward to
Yes, we have.
see what's going to happen with them because they both have
That's
a
right.
burden
Be on the
for
lookout.
youth. So thank you so much for joining, Marsha Lynn. And then Donna said,
Yes.
yes, you do. Thanks, Jacqueline. Oh, appreciate you. Appreciate you, sis. Thank you so much for engaging with us.
Yes.
And so we're just going to make a few more announcements and then
Okay.
that'll be it for this segment of Happy Fit Friday. So, Tawana, not only will you be back on again, you need to join her this tomorrow,
Yes.
10 a.m. Pacific
Yes.
time. at Soul Cooking with Tea. Also, I'm just getting ahead. Go on, Tiwana, and tell them what you're getting ready to do.
So I told you, she making sure I'm not slipping. I'm making sure I show up like I'm supposed to, and I look for that. So in a couple of weeks, right now we're making the announcement. We are getting ready for our one of the things we do pantry prep. So on my show, I'm so coming up to the holidays, I want to make sure that my pantry is together. Listen, it's the worst thing in the world to be getting ready for the holidays and you are in the kitchen cooking, and
Right.
I don't have cranberry sauce, I don't have canned gravy, I don't have enough green beans because some more people showed up, and now I don't have what I need. But because my pantry is in a mess, I can't have. So we are about to launch pantry prep. We will come to you. We will prep your pantry, get you organized, making sure that whether it's the holiday or if it's just somebody dropping in or you just getting ready to do your grocery shopping and you're wondering, okay, what do I have and what do I don't have? Because listen, it's the worst thing to open your cabinet and the honey falls out and the flour bag busts wide open and now you have a mess in the kitchen.
Oh,
So now you got to clean up. So instead of having to
right.
worry about all of that, you can hire Soul Cooking with Tea to come to you to do your pantry prep. And so to find out more about our pantry prep, you can go to bit.ly/pantry prep call. What Jacqueline don't know is I've already set it up. So I did something on my own today. I want to make
Yay!
sure
Okay,
I
so
have it
give that to
together.
us again. Give it to us again.
So again,
BIT.ly.
it's bit.ly pantry prep prep call, and that way you'll get so that you can get on my schedule so that we can talk, so we can set up a call so that I can come to you. Listen, if you live out of the state of California, I don't mind traveling. As long as the ticket is paid for, I will be on a flight to come to you to make sure your pantries are together. So don't think that because I'm here on the West Coast and you may live on the East Coast, well, she's not coming. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I will come. It's just we'll make the arrangements and set up the details. You'll find out everything that I would do for you to make sure that your pantry is together, and it will be an amazing experience to have Soul Cooking with Tea doing your pantry. So again, it's bit.ly pantry prep call.
Yes. Awesome. I'm telling you, she will get you together. When she say when she will
Yes,
get you
yes.
together, she will get you together. So Soul Cooking with Tea, you have so much in store for your viewers and newcomers, and we are super duper excited about that. And you have another announcement.
Yes, I have another announcement. Woo woo! So, I like I said, I enjoy cooking. I enjoy sharing my food with family, friends, sometimes complete strangers. The meal I did today, I'm going to one of my neighbors. They work today, and I know they are a single parent, and so I already have them taken care of. So they already calling today and said, "Listen, you don't have to worry about dinner. I have your dinner ready for you." So that's what it's about. It's about family. We are family. We share. It's not always about walls of your home. I will be starting a private cooking classes so that you can learn what I know as a Southerner. Some of the dishes I've learned from my mother, from the women in my family. Some I've learned on my own. I'm so excited to be able to uh, share this with you. So you can either have me come to you, or we can do it, a live. We'll set up different platforms so that you can be in the comfort of your home, and that's really what it's about. Because Sometimes you're in somebody else's kitchen, you're kind of uncomfortable. I want to make sure that either way you can get it, whether I come to you or we can do it live. So we are about to launch Soul Cooking with T's private cooking classes. To know more information, listen, I have my notes, so that's why I'm looking down, because I knew Jacqueline was gonna hold me accountable. So I made sure I wrote everything down. So don't get me wrong. If I'm looking down, I want to make sure I got my notes on the cards. I got my notes. And so to know more about the private cooking classes, you can go to bit.ly /SCWT interest call. It's on the screen. Make sure you check us out. Make sure you reach out so that you we can have a conversation, so that we can talk about the classes, what we offer. And I'm so excited to be able to just share about cooking with, as many people as I can, because it's about food. You don't realize how much what food does. Like, yes, it's healthy, it's nourishing, but food brings our family together. It's about love, and it's about the love that you put in that food that you are able to share with others. And so we're excited.
Yay!
Yes.
So, we got some comments. We better go to these comments and see, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay, all
Hey
right.
there. Oh, there's our unstoppable woman on the
Yes,
move,
I'm
sister,
an
Joanna
unstoppable
D.
sister.
Samuel from the Virgin Islands. Hey there, sis. We
Yes.
appreciate you for joining. She said, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Woo! She said, congratulations, T. That's her AP. That's her AP.
Sister
Yeah.
Joanna, unstoppable
Woo, she got
woman.
that hands up emoji. Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank
I
you,
need to be
sis, for
coming to the Virgin
joining.
Islands, Joanna, for sure.
That's right. Woo woo.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank
So,
you.
another way that you can reach Soul Cooking with Tea, you can go to her email. If you want to email her, you have a question, comment, you know, let her know how you like the show. You can either go to at Soul Cooking with Tea on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and just let her know how you like the broadcast tonight or the broadcast that she has. Just reach out to her. So this is her email, soulcookingwitht@gmail.com, and you can reach her that way. And again, you can always follow Soul Cooking with T on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Soul Cooking with T. All right, Mr. Wanda. So we so appreciate you, and let's see, we try to keep up on these comments. We got our mentor. Woo woo!
Hello.
Regina
That is my
Robinson.
mentor and
Yes,
coach. Yes.
yes. Unstoppable woman on the move mentor extraordinaire.
Yes.
She is a fabulous coach, mentor. She's an educator. She's a world renowned speaker, award winning
Yes.
speaker. She is Amazon bestseller author, selling author.
Author.
Uh,
Yes.
she's got it going on. She's got it going on. You need to reach
Yes,
her.
she
You can
does.
reach her at Regina R Speaks on all social media. You need to check her out. Check her out. We appreciate you for joining us tonight. So, Tawana, we just words can express how we are so grateful for you coming on. And not only did you share, your flair, in that kitchen, 'cause you got it going on. You are gifted to do what you do. But we truly appreciate just that wisdom that you imparted, because the information that you shared with us tonight, it could save a family. A family could be, just really on the brink of just splitting up. But the fact that you share this
Right.
valuable information that will just is transforming. It's just
Yes.
wonderful, wonderful, impactful insight. So we appreciate you so much for coming on, and I know there was something else you wanted to share with us. So what did you have something for the viewers? So tell us about it.
Uh, I think I heard you. Did you say
Uh
about a
oh.
gift?
Yeah.
Yes, I thought you said a
I'm
gift because
trying
I
not
was
to
like,
give
okay,
it
Jacqueline,
away.
so one more thing. We can't. It kind of broke up a little bit, but I was like, okay, I think she's talking about we got a gift. Listen, we got a gift. We want to make sure that you are having fun, bringing your family back to the table, and like I said, just making some simple things. Like I had my newspaper. Something simple as the newspaper, making sure you get your menu together, picking out what's most, the price, checking out the different circulars so that you can know whether you order, online or you going shopping in person. But we have a special gift for you. So if you go to bit.ly backslash rooster pickens, ROOSTERPICKENS, and you will get an amazing free gift for you and to be able to have fun at the test of this, that when you and you try it out with your family, please post it and share with us on Soul Cooking with Tea. Leave us a review. Let us know how it went. If you have pictures, listen, share your pictures. We love to see pictures of you and your family when you're cooking, you're sharing. Even if you're sharing, if you cook some of our recipes that I've cooked on the show, listen, share your recipes. I've had some of the Soul Cooking family to reach out to me. They've made the hot wings, and the only thing I say is just share, 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 because that shares the love. You make
That's
sure you
right.
get your
That's
free
right.
gift at bit.ly /rooster pickens. I'm telling you, you're gonna have fun. You gotta take
Yeah.
pictures. You gotta let me know how it goes.
Well, again, Tawana, we love you and we appreciate all that you do. And thank you so much for making a difference. Thank you so much for helping us all have a recipe for fun and bringing our family back to the table. So there you have it. We appreciate you all for joining us. We have a
Yes.
few more. Let's see.
So,
Joanna, she said, "What's the YouTube? Is that
soul
Slow
cooking,
Cooking with
soul
Tea?"
cooking with tea.
Yep.
Yes, soul cooking with tea. Yes, we have a YouTube channel.
Yes. And then she said, "Blessings, Regina, our wonderful coach." Woo
Woo woo! Yes, she is. Yes, she
woo.
is.
And you said, "Unstoppable woman, continue to be on the move." Absolutely. Absolutely. We've all
Always.
come
Yes, we all.
so far. We've come a long ways, and we really we appreciate Regina so much. We're here today because of a
Just
lot of the things
say
that she's
you.
imparted to us, and she helped us
Yes.
build our confidence, and she let us know we have a voice
Yes.
and we can be used by God. Because she'll tell you in a minute.
Amen.
She'll tell you in a minute. It's all about using the gifts that He's given us. So she said, "You ladies
Amen.
rock! Congrats on the collaborating with one another." Yeah,
Yes.
that's another thing about the Unstoppable Woman on the Move mentorship program. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it just gives you a sense of community and collaboration, and that's what it's about. We're going up together. We are not
Together.
going to leave
That's right.
anyone
Together.
behind. We're going up together. So again, we thank you,
That's right.
Regina, for imparting that principle in us. And
Yes.
okay, Joanna says she found it. Woo woo! So yes, go to
Yes.
YouTube
Yes.
for
Great.
the
Great.
for the Soul Cooking with Tea.
The T.
channel,
Yes.
YouTube channel. She always she shared, the her lives, and from time to time she may jump on and just share something with us. And Marcy
Yes.
Lynn said, "You all are rocking it. Keep it up." Thank you, sis. You are too. You are too, Marcia Lynn. So we
Thank you.
appreciate you. And then Regina said, "Love you, ladies. We love you too." Appreciate you all. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And this has been Happy Fifth Friday. Happy Fifth Friday. And Tawana, we love and appreciate you again for joining and again helping us have a recipe for fun, bringing the family back to the table. So we're going to let you go, Tawana, so you can get ready for tomorrow. And we look
Yes.
forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow, Tawana's going to be back live. Just go on, head on over to Soul Cooking with Tea, and she'll be there 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m.
Yes.
Eastern, and 12 p.m. Central. All right. God bless, Tawana. We love you.
Thank
Have a
you
blessed night.
so love you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I love you. It's just like I said, we are family. Thank you, Regina, for bringing us together. Thank you, God, because it has been true and been amazing, and I'm looking forward to the rest of what God has for all of us on this journey together, Joanna and the rest of the Unstoppable Women. And again, thank you. Happy Fit Friday. So Cooking with Tea family, friends, make sure you are connected with Jacqueline on Happy Fit Friday and making sure that you stay connected. And I'll see you all tomorrow on Soul Cooking with Tea. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Well, there you have it. That's another broadcast. We just again we're grateful to Soul Cooking with Tea, and we hope that you stay connected with us. And we have our own little announcement we want to make. Uh, we had started a journal, the Happy Fit Friday Daily Challenge Journal. And we are in the process, we are determined to get it done. So if you are interested, it's based off of, we have the Happy Fit Friday 5-day challenges, and it's based off of that because we need to challenge ourselves all the time to really optimize our health. Because if we don't optimize our health, it's really hard to move forward and do the things that you were created to do. Basically, that's what we say all the time. So this journal will help you stay on target and to challenge yourself to stay active, keep moving, and just make sure that your health, wellness, and fitness is on point. So you can go to bit.ly/HFFDC Journal Reserve. You can reserve your copy and you'll be the first to know when it is released. All right, we love you. Thanks again so much, everyone, for joining. And just always remember, okay, we're going to do this last. We're just getting started. Hey, I know that's right, Regina. Absolutely. Hey there, Angela, another unstoppable woman on the move. Hey there. She said, yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much, Angela, for joining. We so appreciate you. And you're getting it done. Congratulations on your graduation. We are so happy for you from your Minister Alliance. And we know that you're going to be used. You are being used and you will continue to be used greatly. So we know that is all a part of the process that God has you in, and the best is yet to come. Just like Regina said, we are just getting started. All right, we love you. We appreciate you. And this has been Happy Fit Friday. All right, love you. Have a wonderful, awesome an amazing Labor Day weekend and be safe. Blessings.